Good evening, friends. It's the eve of Supergroove 2 Festival, and since I'll be playing twice, once with One Band Man and once with Dub Proof, I thought maybe I'd show everybody that's interested my new rig. The Maximum Audio Leverage System, MAL. Here's where we stand right now. We've incorporated 3 analog synthesizers and 1 FM digital synth, as well as a pair of live mics so that I can capture the foot drums, the snare, and the suitcase kick over there. They each have their own mic. There's a D112, and down on the floor, you can see it over here. Looks like a flying saucer. It's a 562 condenser mic, lays on the floor. So that picks up anything live, that percussion stuff over there, and those mics, along with the feed from the synthesizers. So we got a Yamaha polyphonic, so I can play chords. It's basically FM synthesis like a DX7. Then it's got some nice PZM 16-bit recordings of drum sounds. So that's not bad, on the pads, and drum machine. So that drum machine gives me something to lay sort of guide loops, as does the drum machine in, really an arpeggiator, in this Chaos pad. So the Chaos pad is the other analog synthesizer. It's also got traditional sound effects patches, and I use it to feed in my iPod, which basically the iPod has mostly vocal samples. There's some sounds, some patches I've laid down in the studio, but mostly it's little bits of dialogue.
Maybe it's one of those things that burn themselves out. It is, it's a whale of a fire.
And it goes through the
I know what it was.
Chaos pad, so...
What is it like, Gillian? I've never had it.
So you can mutate it.
Is it wonderful? Wonderful. No. Randy, it's awful.
So you got some filters and delays. Basically, cool ways of mutating it. Alrighty, so Chaos Pad, iPod for samples, mutation, drum machine, madness, same with this keyboard. This keyboard also drives a monophonic Novation bass station underneath here in the suitcase. And so it's mono, only one note at a time, and they would design these Novations basically to do fat bass patches, you know, like bottom patches. But it's just an analog synth, so you can bring in as much of the keyboard as you want, or take it out and have nothing but of Novation. Which, it's a pretty cool little device. But, be that as it may, yeah, this is a good one. So that's just Novation. Then you can bring in the keys. To any degree you want. And then the other synthesizer, which is on the floor down yonder, is a Roland GR30 guitar synth, which this lap steel, by dint of a hex pickup, is utilizing. I've got it mostly set up for sort of, you know, those kind of patches, exotic, fluty, sucambra. glass brass bells. And the controller lets me choose whether I want straight lap steel, which is just plain old lap steel, or just synth, or a combination of both. Which is what I normally use with Dubproof. Okay, so then we got our 3 synthesizers, 3 analog, boop, 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 and our little FM. And then we got foot drums, which have their own mic, and those are all getting fed into the loop board. Now, right now I'm using a Vox Delay Lab as my main loop. So let's say I want to play a patch. Here comes the loop. So that shows you I'm a little off. But now I'll turn off the original. There's my loop, which I can now play along with. So you can add stuff to it. And then the cool thing is you can just change your patch and add something else. And then take it out of right mode, and that's our loop. And then once you got the loop, when you're done, you can do it like sexy dance. It's all about the sexy dance, baby. See you at Supergroove.